1971. This year's dinner has been generously underwritten by the Arab American Pharmacists Association, America Bank, the DTE Energy Foundation, Ford Motor Company, and TCF Bank, all dedicated to empowering diverse communities in which they work, including the Arab American community in Southeast Michigan. Please direct your attention to the screens for a message from these underwriting sponsors.
I've been a practicing pharmacist and a MEA member for 15 years, and this represented a unique opportunity to elevate the dialogue with fellow directors and professionals.
Our story is about community pharmacy and the pivotal role they play in healthcare care.
We care about our community. We invest in our community. We invest in students in colleges of pharmacy.
The AAP actively involves legislators and all from levels to help pass full pharmacy legislation. This is an added benefit to our membership that helps prolong the life or viability of our independent pharmacy in this industry.
We speak your language. We understand your grievances. We're part of your family. We're on your soccer team. We're in your classrooms. The AAPA is more than just about pharmacy. It's about community. It's about being involved. It's about being able to give back to the community and empower the people in the community.
The state's largest foundations committed to Michigan-focused giving, funding passionate nonprofits doing great things in the Great Lakes State. As the philanthropic arm of DTE Energy, we have been a consistent force for good in Michigan for over 30 years, and we're committed to continuing our impact in the years ahead. To help its people, its places, its products.
Folks like us. Someone like me.
Please direct your attention to the stage as we welcome the Detroit Women's Chorus. Dedicated to empowering all women, the Detroit Women's Chorus is for self-identified women and anyone who wishes to join their voice in support of human rights, acceptance, and social equality. Their goal is to create a safe space for all women to express themselves through choral arts and connect in a way that builds friendship and understanding. They learn, create, and fight together to be heard because every woman has a voice. Ladies and gentlemen, the Detroit Women's Chorus. Company's president of G.W. Smith & Associates and our longtime friend, Gerald Smith.
Good evening. I missed you too, Noel. And thank you for that warm welcome. Let's have another round of applause for the wonderful Detroit Women's Chorus. Not only can they harmonize in song, but they also stand to make sure every self-identifying woman's voice is certainly heard. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to the 49th Annual Dinner of Access, served the community since 1971. And a very special thanks to each and every one of you here that's joined us tonight as we celebrate this monumental occasion. Wow, 49 years. Let's give each other a applause. 49 years. 49 years of impacting people's lives throughout the Metro Detroit area and throughout our nation as well. Now that's pretty impressive. You know, as a longtime supporter and friend of Access, I am so happy to serve as your MC for the evening. Tonight, we honor Access's vision of a just and equitable society and its commitment to engaging and empowering communities. We are excited to present to you a dynamic and inspirational program this evening. Our dinner tonight takes place during Women's History Month, and we are thrilled to honor a distinguished African-American woman whose revolutionary vision and passion for community activism has uplifted the voices of many in our nation. Our award recipient tonight truly raises the bar. She is a living legacy who has made history breaking every glass ceiling of every room that she has walked in. And in turn sets one of the finest examples of the importance of women in leadership. You know, our program will also spotlight the recipients of a scholarship provided by a generous Arab-American philanthropist who sadly is no longer with us, but who continues to play a vital role in providing talented young people the opportunities that they need to excel in higher education. So, let's get this show on the road. I know we're excited to get this program started, so ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome, a warm welcome, to our Access Chief Executive Officer and President, Hassan Jaber.
Good evening. I want to thank you for being here. And, you know, 49 years. It takes really special and exceptional effort. It takes exceptional people to keep an organization going for 49 years. And it does also take an amazing community. We couldn't have done any of this if it wasn't for your support, if it wasn't for you. You make us wake up every day and ask ourselves, what is our community expecting of us? And we try to live up to that expectations. It's amazing, it's 49 years. And I see Abdeen Jabbar is here. Abdeen, stand for a second, Abdeen. He was my role model of leadership. So, you know, we're gonna have a very challenging year. And we're also gonna have a very promising year. It boils down to this. We can shape our future. It's really up to us. If we want a better future, we need to work on it. We need to get engaged. We need to be involved, just like what Anand did all their life. So we have two quick but huge challenges or opportunities coming up. We have the 2020 election, and it's really, again, it's up to us to shape the future of our country, our state, our communities. And we also have this 2020 census. You know, we tried hard. Senator Peters took a lead on including MEA as a separate population in the 2020 census. We came very close. At the end, we didn't get it. But that doesn't mean that we give up. It doesn't mean that we will not be counted. We need to be included. We need to be counted. We need to be visible. And we need to make sure that resources that the community deserve will be there for Michigan and for our communities. So, regardless, we all need to be counted. And I urge you to make sure that everyone, neighbors, everyone, this is very critical for Michigan. It's very critical for us as a community. We left so many resources out there belonging to us, but we never got it here in Michigan in the 2010 census. We need to ask for that. It's my honor to introduce these leaders. We're going to start by Warren Evans, our Wayne County executive. Let me say this. You know, Wayne County, it's not only the largest county in Michigan, but really, truly, this is the economic and the cultural capital of Michigan. And 4 or 5 years ago, the county was on the verge of bankruptcy. Then Warren Evans came in. In less than 2 years, we had a budget surplus in the county. In less than 2 years, we have seen the people of Wayne County not only hopeful, but really engaged on many, many levels and being competitive, leading the way when it comes to regional collaboration, leading the way to solutions to problems, including public transportation, with the leadership of Warren Evans. He's an unassuming leader, he's a quiet leader, he's someone who gets things done. Please help me welcome our Wayne County Executive Warren Evans.
Good evening, everybody. It is It is an honor to be here with Access and be here tonight because of the passion that Access has for everything it does in the community. Just spent some time with Son last week touring one of the new facilities and watching the people coming in for service, but more than that, watching the looks on the faces of the people that work there. If you've been in government long enough, you can walk in a place and look around and see where the energy is or isn't, and see where the passion is or isn't. And I want to thank everybody here in the room too, because that passion is funded by what you do here tonight, and things that you do all week. And that's really, really critical. You know, times are better now than they were 5 or 6 or 7 years ago, and it's easy for us to be deluded into thinking that all the ships come up at the same time. They don't. They just don't. There are people that are caught in chronic poverty with a million different problems that Access and others try to work on every day to try to make the world better for them. And it's critical that you support that, and it's critical that you understand that, because when times are good for some, it feels worse for those who don't have. And that feeling is a reality to them, but it's a reality to anybody else or not. And so while we've got businesses out there begging for employees and an economy that's growing, we still have an underclass of people that have so many problems. Sometimes employment's not the first one. And we have to be sensitive to that. We have to understand in our society there are no throwaways. And so we have to do what we have to do to try to help them. And so it's very, very important to me. We've been partners since I've been county executive. I heard Son talking about Access's celebrating his 49th birthday. I really hate to sit here and tell you this, but this is my 49th year with Wayne County. So getting real close to 50, and you know, the way I feel now, we'll do 50 more. As long as you're producing and getting something done, it's a really good feeling, whether you're in government or whether you're working with Access. So thank you very much, Son. Thank all of you for being here very much. God bless all of you.
Senator Gary Peters. He's one of these rare politicians that does so much but doesn't talk about it, which is really not what politicians should do. The work Senator Peter does is really critical for Michigan. His leadership when it comes to keeping our environment clean, our Great Lakes clean, his legislations regarding the PFAS, his leadership on the Homeland Security. He's a ranking member of Homeland Security Committee. One thing the senator does every time something that may impact civil rights of immigrants and Arab Americans, he always picks up the phone and checks if this is how do we feel, what is the response should be. He's been watching for our interest, and he's been a leader that really cover the issues that we care most about. He's now fighting for keeping drug costs affordable. So simply Senator Gary Peters has been a wonderful, wonderful friend and a leader. Please help me welcome Senator Gary Peters.
Thank you so much for the very warm introduction, and thank you for your incredible leadership here. It is just a privilege and an honor to be here to celebrate 49 years of access doing incredible things for people across our community. And as I stand up here and look across this amazing crowd, I am reminded what I love to tell my colleagues in Washington, D.C., because many of them don't appreciate this incredible resource that we have here in Michigan. And I tell them I am so proud to represent the most dynamic, the most vibrant Arab American community in the entire United States. We are proud of our diversity in Michigan, and we believe if you're going to be a great country, you need to welcome folks from countries all around the world to live the American dream here. We are proud Americans, and we are proud because we are united and we are diverse. And we will tell that story every day of the week. You know, I'm proud of my own family. Actually, my father came here, or his family came here a long time ago. In fact, I'm a part of the Sons of the American Revolution. My forefather, great forefather, that served with General George Washington at Valley Forge. But my mother is a naturalized citizen. My mother is an immigrant, and that is the story of America. We are sons of the American Revolution, and we are immigrants, and that is what makes America great, and we can never forget that. Right now, I mentioned one issue, as my son mentioned, that I'm involved in. I'm ranking member on Homeland Security, Government Affairs, and we have oversight over the census. This is absolutely critical that we get counted. I will tell you right now that we've got a big challenge. We have in this state over 800,000 people that are considered hard to count. We've got to make sure we're reaching out to all of them. We've got to make sure that they are counted. And I will tell you there are folks in Washington that don't want everybody counted. We know who they are. And that should motivate us to understand that we've got to make sure they're counted because it means resources coming into our community. It's estimated that it's roughly $1,800 per person that is counted to help us in our community every year to do the wonderful things that Access does, from healthcare to infrastructure, all of the things that make a difference in our lives is a result of being counted by the census and bringing federal money in. And because it's done every 10 years, you're talking about $18,000 per person. We have to be focused on making sure everybody gets counted, and we're going to send a signal to those who don't want this community counted that you will be counted. You are a strong community, and as a result of us coming together and being united, we will make a stronger Michigan and a stronger United States of America. And thank God for what you do every day. It is an honor to be here. Access, congratulations on 49 years. I can't wait to see the next 51 years. Thank you so much.
Now this is it. It's the governor. You know, how we were talking about the energy this woman brings. It's almost unbelievable. Her ability to sit down and relate to every conversation. She goes on and on. She cares. She really does care. I know that she's the governor who defined herself by fixing the damn roads. But you know what? Her agenda is that, and it's much more than that. And look at the the budget she sent to legislators in 2020. I have to read some of this because I'm not trusting my memory. She is asking for increase in base funding for schools, all schools. This is not only about equity, it's also about we need to do better preparing our children. This is fundamental. She's asking for funding to support workforce development, funded the Michigan Reconnect. I'll tell you this, I'm working with a group on workforce, defining the workforce of the future. This is going to be a critical area for us. If we can't retool our labor force, we're not going to be able to be competitive. She knows that. She's putting money in that area. She also put money in and funded for job training. She's putting money to expand access to child care for families with limited income. She's putting money to make sure that people have time to go and stay with their babies and children. Parental leave, up to 12 weeks. Never happened before. She's funding our environment, to protect our environment. She's funding to upgrade schools, to ensure healthy learning environments. And I can go on and on about her budget. It's the road, but it's much bigger. She's really defining or redefining our priorities as a state. And it's something that she doesn't talk much about this. We have to talk about this because this is fundamental. But she's doing much more. And us, as Arab American, as immigrants, you know, her commitment to be inclusive is really exceptional. You know, she now either hired or put Arab Americans in commissions. 35 members of the very talented people that we have in our community are now working in her administration or appointed by her to commissions and to judicial positions. No one has made that level of contribution. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our Governor Granholm. It's the age thing. Gretchen!
Someone spent a lot of money trying to confuse us, so you can't blame it, right? Thank you. I am so glad to be here with all of you. I appreciate it a great deal. This is an important organization that you are supporting by being here tonight, that you are supporting in the community, and it's something that's really important. I am joined tonight with Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, who is here. And oddly, next to this 49 behind me, I'm the 49th Governor of Michigan, who is turning 49 this year. So, since tonight's theme is Arab American Women in Leadership, I thought it would be best to highlight some of the hard work Arab American women are doing in this administration. But before I tell you what's going on in the Whitmer administration, I want to acknowledge Fatma Mahmoud, who is doing great work in Dana Nestle's administration. From the beginning, I have made it a priority to build this administration to make it one that really reflects the great diversity of this state. It is the best thing about Michigan, the people who call it home. No matter what your background, what part of the state you live in, what religion you practice, the color of your skin, that is the strength of our state. And it means ensuring that every community has a seat at the table. And that means seats at the table for more women and more people of color. And I'm proud to have made 35 appointments of Arab American Michiganders across the state. And it never could have happened without having an appointments director like Ida Dagger. We've got appointments that have happened from the bench, which touches people in the most profound ways, to the Michigan Women's Commission, to the Educator Advisory Council, to the Environmental Justice Council. Arab American women are working to build a stronger Michigan for all of our residents. These women are experts in their fields, and they've hit the ground running. Fayrouz Saad, who is the director of Global Michigan, is one of those phenomenal women. But I also want to highlight my friend Faye Beydoun, for example. She's kind of a big deal. Not only does she serve as the executive director of the Arab American Chamber, but she also serves on the MEDC Executive Committee and on the Commission for Middle Eastern American Affairs. She is a crucial leader in business and has a seat at the table. Mona Jandi, who serves as the Michigan Women's Commission, is an attorney and owns her own private practice. And she works with the ACLU of Flint. She's a member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association and serves as the media liaison for Flint Islamic Center. On the Women's Commission, Mona is working every day to build a more inclusive, intersectional state that supports women from every community. Yeah, you can clap for Mona. Zainab Shami. She serves in the Educator Advisory Council, and she is an English, AP Composition, AP Literature, and Social Justice teacher at Fordson High School in Dearborn. She's the chair of the English Language Arts Department, and she is using her expertise to ensure that all children, from Dearborn to Flint to the Upper Peninsula, get a great public education. Mona Monroe Eunice has dedicated her career to serving the Flint community, and she is the executive director of the Environmental Transformation Movement of Flint and a neighborhood planner for the Flint Planning and Development Department. She now serves on the Environmental Justice Advisory Council, and she's working every day to ensure clean, safe drinking water for every community in Michigan. And I want to highlight two women who have broken their own glass ceilings. I told you how important those appointments to the bench are. Touch people's lives in the most profound ways. Judge Aliyah Hakim is the only person of color in the Macomb courts, and she is now the 39th District Court in Macomb County. And Mona Armstrong broke her own glass ceiling in St. Clair County when we appointed her to the 72nd District Court. These women are making a difference across Michigan. We should celebrate all of them. These are just a handful of the many people that we have the ability to empower and to vest with real authority. Not tokenism, not just checking a box, but really finding expertise in all communities in this state, creating a table, a seat at the table for everyone in this state. That is the greatest honor and the greatest ability of being the 49th governor of the state of Michigan. We are changing who sits at the seats of power, and we're improving lives in the process. I am incredibly grateful for the work of this organization and so many people in this room who wear various hats and serve communities in profound ways. I didn't have time to acknowledge every one of you, but these women are just a handful of the example of so many who are doing amazing work. Thank you to Access for highlighting women, Arab American women this year, and thank you for the work that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Whitmer, Senator Peters, and Wayne County Executive Warren Evans. It now brings me, or I should say, it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the stage the Access newly appointed Chairman of our Board of Directors, Dr. Ahmad Ezzedine.
Good evening. Today is International Women's Day, so let's give it up for all the women in the house. It is an honor to be with you here tonight, celebrating the incredible work that you have made possible. Thank you for being with us, each of you. It's great to see how Access has touched so many of our lives and the communities we serve. I'm honored to serve as board chair, succeeding Rasha Al-Mashki, who couldn't be with us tonight, unfortunately. An amazing woman and a great leader, and working with her and with our visionary and talented board members and the hundreds of dedicated staff and volunteers who have touched the lives of over 1 million people just this year alone. Our staff are the soul and heartbeat of the organization. The job they do every day is not about them, it is about something far greater and noble. These leaders are fostering a new generation of change makers that will move us towards the just and equitable world we all seek. Because of their efforts, Access has grown to over 120 human service programs and 3 national Arab American institutions. To this amazing group of individuals, I ask you all to please stand and join me in giving them a huge round of applause. Played a role in rebuilding countless lives and helping immigrants, refugees, and those on the margins achieve personal stability and economic success. And we will continue this work, providing physical and behavioral health care. By the way, our Community Health and Research Center is hosting its 9th Arab Health Summit, Advancing Health Equity for Women, in November in Dearborn. This 3-day event will bring health experts from around the world to explore women's health and its significance on the broader conversation around health equity. We are also delivering educational programming to thousands of underserved children and adults, and strengthening our communities through ever-expanding philanthropic efforts and passionate activism. Historically silenced voices now have the opportunity to be heard. The community continues to grow its impact and influence. We at Access take this role and responsibility to heart, and we remain visible and relevant in direct services, policies, and data, and also with our programs in music and the arts. Tonight, we are also so glad you could join us as we shine a light on a leader whose contributions have been nothing short of monumental to the Arab America we know today. Our 2020 Arab American of the Year, the founder of our Smithsonian-affiliated Arab American National Museum, Dr. Anna Amir. Was on 5/5/2005, just 15 short years ago, Dr. Amir paved the way for the nation's first and only institution to share the contributions of Arab Americans with the world, and in doing so, she allows us to tell our own stories and reshape a narrative that was created over the years, but those who knew little or very little of our rich culture and heritage. The Arab American National Museum stands as a beacon of hope, awareness and understanding, and its events attract people from around the world. In addition to the wonderful exhibits, performances, and programs, and if you haven't been there, you must go. I'm pleased to announce that this August, the museum will host Jam'a, a one-of-a-kind Arab American music and arts festival. It will be a party you will not want to miss, and you know Arabs know how to party. As the late great writer and activist James Baldwin once said, the world changes according to the way people see it. And if you can alter, even by 1 millimeter, the way people look at reality, then you can change the world. Dr. Ameri, you have altered perceptions by leaps and bounds, and the world is a better place because of you. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor. And I have to do a say a part. I can't help it. She's the Wayne State alumna also. Sometimes it's hard to remember the impact we can have, especially with so many news events happening around us. This year brings an opportunity and a responsibility to help shape a future that builds bridges and not walls, that calls people in and not out, that counts each and every single one of us as a crucial part of this nation. As we just heard, how do we guarantee that we all count and are accounted for? We are approaching Census 2020, and every person in this room has a role to play, not just by filling out their own census form, but with making sure that the traditionally uncounted are counted for this year. We must do that. And this election season, it is our civic responsibility to participate in the decision-making of our nation, to assert our identity as Arab Americans, as immigrants in this country, and to make sure we are seen even when we aren't looked for. We must do more than just vote. We must remember for whom we are fighting, the individuals and families within our communities and other communities like ours. Before I cue a brief video from us at Access, I'd like to leave you all with one message. There is strength in acting as one community, and standing together is the only way we can effectively change. Just by being here tonight, you show us that you are not content standing alone on the sidelines. The time for standing on the sideline is past. Thank you for joining in this work with us. It is an honor and privilege to be given the opportunity to be here with you this evening. Thank you for celebrating with us. Please turn your attention to the video that's scrolling. Thank you.
From the neighborhood to the nation, Access believes that building a strong community starts with one person empowered to make a difference. What started out of a small storefront is today the largest and most comprehensive Arab American community nonprofit in the nation.
Providing health and human services to all residents of Southeast Michigan's Tri-County area, and championing 3 national Arab American institutions that focus on advocacy, the arts, and philanthropy.
We are your professionals.
We are
your neighborhood.
The work we do at Access is guided by our vision of a just and equitable society for all. Our programs are anchored in the mission of empowerment, empowering the individual, empowering communities, empowering social change.
We are your community.
We believe that an individual's very basic needs must first be met. If they are to be a part of something greater than themselves, if they are to contribute to meaningful social change, every child deserves a chance. Every person can make a difference. We are changing the world one person at a time.
extraordinary and truly inspiring video. You know, as you can see, folks, your support of this organization is changing the lives of people every day. Make sure to go on the Access Facebook page after the dinner to watch and share the video. Now, please help me welcome to the stage our Access Executive Director and founder of the Center for Arab American Philanthropy, Maha Fresh.
Good evening. So, our Arab American Community Foundation, the Center for Arab American Philanthropy, in short, CAP, is designed to provide the ecosystem to unite Arab Americans from all walks of life, to give them the tools that will allow them to be more impactful in their living, and to inspire each one of us, individually and collectively, to maximize our potential in contributing to society and improving communities. Since 2010, CAP grew from housing 4 funds to now housing more than 140 funds and granting more than $10 million to nonprofits improving communities all over the United States and the globe. Tonight, we remember and celebrate a community icon, Ras Abeid, who was an early champion of the vision of the Center for Arab American Philanthropy by establishing the Abeid Family Fund. Now, while the fund supports so many initiatives, the scholarship program was something that meant so much to him and was the closest to his heart, because he really believed that in order to have thriving communities, you have to invest in education. This scholarship program supports Arab American, African American, and Latino students who are pursuing degrees in engineering or business, attending either Kettering University, University of Michigan Dearborn, or Wayne State University. And since its inception, it awarded so far 125 scholarships totaling more than $400,000. Russ passed away in 2017, but his family is so committed to not only continuing this program, but to expand it to other universities and other communities. I want to acknowledge the presence of Yvonne Abeid, Russ's daughter, here with us. Thank you so much, Yvonne, for coming and for being so committed to this program. I also want to acknowledge Jim, my good friends, Jim and Becky McLennan, who established a similar program 3 years ago by establishing a fund at CAP that is called the McLennan Family Scholarship Fund, which does exactly the same program like the Abeid Fund. And while Jim is not with us here tonight, Becky is here with their daughter Rebecca, so thank you so much for what you stand for. We really are happy. Now, we are ready to meet the students. So please, I'm going to read their names. Hold your applause to the end. I'm going to start with the Abeid scholars. At Kettering University, Nikolai Ashkar, Antonia Chin, Renan de Carvalho Martins, Alexis Ford, Tanashki Frater, Ephraim Gibson, Brandon Gurrell, Navardo Henry, Jordan Howell, Ikram Suleiman, Nicholas Weaver, Ashley Wisdom, Chelsea Wright. From Wayne State University, Zaina Sharaf Al-Duwais, Christine Salama, Mariam Salama, and from University of Michigan Dearborn, Hosam Abdouni, Hussein Shaito, Muluk Har, Dejeline Johnson, and Leo Ka, Maher Khoshashi, Muhammad Qasim, Layla Saad. In addition, through the McLennan Family Scholarship Fund, we awarded 4 scholarships to 4 students from Wayne State University, Mariam Salama, and from University of Michigan Dearborn, Hussein Shaito, Muluk Har, and Jannat Leib. Look how beautiful they are. And congratulations to the 2020 cohort of graduate and McLennan Scholar.
Let's give those scholarship recipients another round of applause, please. They are well earned and deserved. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the moment that we've been waiting for. The presentation of the Arab American of the Year Award. This honor is bestowed on an individual who has impacted our community in lasting and meaningful ways. Each year, Access presents this award as a way to continue uplifting the contributions of our community. The award itself is a plate, handcrafted by artisans in the Arab world, honoring the Arab heritage. This year, our award recipient is a revolutionary, a truly outstanding human whose passion for Arab American and immigrant communities is an inspiration to us all. Please turn your attention to the screens.
This is a political pin, a common accessory expected to be found in most political causes. But this specific pin is in remembrance of Deir Yassin, and it's among a collection of many other political pins that span decades of activism, archived in the renowned Arab American National Museum. The donor of this impressive collection, Dr. Anan Hamdi, the founder of the museum, and our 2020 Arab American of the Year. These pins together can tell us a story of Dr. Hamdi's unwavering dedication to activism. But also, their archival is a part of a larger monument to Arab culture, history, and identity. They are a part of both the legacy of the Arab American National Museum and Dr. Hamdi. They tell one story that is intertwined.
She's dedicated to all just causes in the world.
For the poor, for women, for people who are marginalized in general, throughout the years, their level of commitment and energy never ever slowed down.
So those who know her well will know this. She has a very severe allergy, and her severe allergy is to injustice and hypocrisy.
She just has a heart that expands for humanity.
What she did was to encourage people and teach them how to use that voice to insist that this country live up to its creed of democracy.
Dr. Hamdi was only 4 when the escalation of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict had her and her family flee Jerusalem. She remembers the bombings and being displaced, but most haunting was seeing her father grieve the loss of Palestine. There was a healing factor, though. her father's passionate stories and conversations with his friends, Dr. Amdi was captivated. Dr. Amdi was also inspired by her mother's determination to provide a safe and stable home for her family. This determination led them back to her grandfather's home in Damascus, Syria. The same house Dr. Amdi, her mother, and even her jiddo were born in. You could say activism chose Dr. Amdi, with her first protests at only 12 years old, followed by the political turbulence of the MENA region in the 60s. While rebellion was a trademark of the era, women were just beginning to emerge as the leaders of movements they had historically been instrumental in shaping, but rarely visible in. Dr. Amdi was no exception.
It's clear that even as a young girl, Anam was an independent thinker, and when things weren't right, weren't going right, we weren't treated right, or things weren't happening, that she understood that she should do something.
Her drive to ensure that there is justice in the world, not only for the Palestinian people, which was the main issue that drove her into looking into justice, but justice for everyone.
Protesting oppressive regimes, fighting for immigrant, refugee, and women's rights, and many other humanitarian causes. In 1968, she graduated from the University of Jordan, received her master's in Cairo, then went on to work at the Palestine Research Center in Beirut, where she met Lebanese-American Detroiter Abdin Jabata, who would become her husband and the reason for her move to the Motor City. Through Abdin and her pursuit of a doctorate at Wayne State, she was able to strengthen her community connections, which led her to her first volunteer job at Access in 1974. Even though her and Abdin ultimately went their separate ways, they remained lifelong friends. Dr. Amdi's connection to the Arab world motivated her and other activists to establish the Palestine Aid Society in 1978.
PAS actually was one of the most successful organizations in building bridges with other communities and organizations to bring awareness about the just cause of the Palestinians.
An educational and humanitarian nonprofit Dr. Amdi founded in Detroit, expanded to DC, and was president of until 1993. In 1998, Dr. Amdi married Noel Saleh, a prominent activist and civil rights attorney. Around this time, she returned to Access, this time as the Director of Cultural Arts. On May 5th, 2005, with Dr. Amdi's leadership, Access made history with the inauguration of the Arab American National Museum, the first and only institution of its kind. It was Dr. Amdi's bold and visionary influence that helped pave the way for Arab Americans to reclaim their narrative and solidify their place in the broader shared experience of the American story. Today, the Arab American National Museum is one of just 4 Michigan affiliates of the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C., and is accredited by the American Alliance of Museums, a distinction held by only 3% of U.S. museums. Dr. Amdi served as the museum's director until her retirement in May 2013. Dr. Amdi is the author of numerous books and articles, and is also the recipient of a number of local and national awards, including being inducted to the Michigan Women's Hall of Fame in 2016. Today, Dr. Amdi continues to pave the way for Arab Americans, especially for women in leadership. She is active in several nonprofit organizations. Though her achievements are many, Dr. Amdi has most notably created a space for Arab Americans to wear their identity with pride, share the unique aspects of their story, and celebrate their heritage.
I think the Arab American National Museum is everything that we cherish as an immigrant community that we would like to pass to our children.
What they do to keep the stories alive, to preserve the stories, to preserve that culture is so critical to our society in general. I hope they're doing it for many, many, many decades to come.
Just as her political pins are a part of a broader tale woven into the tapestry of a rich and vibrant community, Dr. Amdi's story is made up of more than just artifacts. It is a story born from struggle and nurtured by passion, culminating in a legacy that has cemented the Arab American narrative in the greater American story.
Person. Please help me welcome to the stage someone who knows our Arab American of the Year awardee personally, an academic, educator, artist, and most notably, Dr. Mary's niece. Please put your hands together for Al Kassawi, who will help us present the Arab American of the Year award.
Hello, everyone. Best part about this very bright light is I see none of you. Good evening, and before I begin, I want to acknowledge the native peoples of Anishinaabe, the three fires whose lands I stand on today as a visitor. My name is Elma, and I am Amiri's second niece. The first is Diala, and I am here to represent the Amiris on this very exciting evening. I do not remember the first time Anand and I met, but she does. It was winter of 1978. Anand was walking down the hallway in her parents' home in Amman when she heard a small voice coming from her parents' bedroom. She pushed the door open, and there she found a newborn baby, dark-skinned, cooing on the bed. She had come to Amman to attend her father's funeral and saw me for the first time asleep on his side of the bed. She sat with me for a few minutes, contemplating life's ends and beginnings. Sweetly, I, like her, look most like him. Anand's gifts were never unintentional. Rather, she gave me and my sister Che Guevara t-shirts, Malcolm X books. We just saw a lot of that. And she told us who these activists were and how their lives and activism was connected to ours as Palestinians and as Arabs. Years later, I came through college to Ann Arbor, and after 11th of September 2001, I would go to Anand and Wells' home every weekend, depressed and not knowing what to do and how to deal with the violence I and others were facing at the university. Anand would feed me, let me watch hours of television, and pamper me. One time, she invited me to travel with her and her girlfriends to Seattle. And knowing that I am a nerd, she said, bring your books. We'll let you study. Of course they didn't, but one time. I'll pay for everything and you'll stay in my room. When we arrived to Seattle's airport, we could not find a taxi that would accommodate all of us. So Anand, the socialist, anti-consumerist, advocate for labor and fair wages, suggested we take a limousine. Oh, I protested very hard actually, but then Anand explained that this meant work for the driver and a very generous tip from a group of immigrant Palestinian Arab women. At the time, I did not understand this logic and was confused by it. It seemed to be a contradiction to the ethics. But now I understand, and I appreciate more than ever. I understand now that people are complex, and this is what makes them interesting and human. 2, life is a whole lot of things, including joy and struggle. And to sustain the struggle, and we need to sustain the struggle because Black Lives Matter, Palestinians have the right to return, Native people shall get reparations, workers deserve fair wages, and prisons will be abolished. To do all this work, and we need to enjoy and find joy in life. Anand reinforces in me always the importance of connectedness to others when isolation is so overwhelming. How to let loose one night, and you know some of those stories, scandalous, and work hard the next day. Anand is a complex woman, scholar, activist, writer, sister, and friend, as well as my child. So please, Help me welcome Dr. Hamid to the stage.
Although I don't see very well because of these bright lights, I look around the room and I see all these beautiful faces. And I think to myself, how could anyone in their right mind dislike immigrants or Arabs or Muslims or people of color? I personally cannot imagine this country without you, nor I want to live in it if you are not here. I'm especially humbled with this honor, with this award, and it means a lot to me, and I get a little bit emotional because of my relationship with Access and my relationship with many people at Access who are my friends and my family. And I am humbled and honored by your presence. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting this wonderful organization, Access. A special thanks go to Access leadership. Ish, Hassan, Maha, Lina, Wissam, Huwaida. Thank you all for your support, for your trust, and for your friendship. Most importantly, I want to thank the amazing women of Access. You are the backbone of this organization. You are the one who keep it going and growing, and you deserve all the honor. For all the women who are here, I want to wish you happy International Women's Day. And for all the men here, remember March 8th to honor your women and respect them and give them everything they deserve. Please allow me one moment to pay tribute to a very special leader who has served Access for a very long time and was the president of this board for 20 years. My friend and husband, Nawal Saleh. Nawal, thank you for your continuous support and love and encouragement. Thank you for being for your relentless commitment to civil rights and human dignity. Thank you for all the work you do day in and day out to make our world a better place for all of us. Before coming to Detroit in 1974, I was living in Beirut. I had 2 jobs and I was active in my community. When I arrived here, I started looking for something meaningful for me to do and to meet people who share my value. My dear friend, Abdi Jabara, introduced me to Access. And I met where I got my first volunteer job. I got my first volunteer job at Access in 1975. At that time, Access was very small. But there I met wonderful people, including Aliyah Hassan, Barbara Aswad, and Helen Otwell, among others. I would be remiss if I do not thank Abdi, not only for introducing me to Access, but also to many other wonderful progressive organizations and individuals who have paved the way for me to pursue my passion in community work. Fate indeed works in a mysterious way. 25 years later, in 1997, I came to Detroit, back to Detroit. I had left for a few years. I came back to work for Access until I retired in 2013 as founding director of the museum. Like other immigrants, when I arrived, and to the distress of all those who don't like immigrants, I couldn't shed my culture, nor I wanted to. I couldn't shed my identity or sense of belonging. I was a proud young woman, full of hope and the promise that our generation could change the world. I was proud of my heritage, of my Arab-Palestinian identity, and of my people. However, I was shocked by the negative image Arab have in this country. As an Arab-Palestinian Muslim woman, I was personally hurt and angered by every negative article, cartoon, movie, public statement, or comment. It was this very feeling of injustice that pushed me and hundreds of others to build organization, to an institution to defend and support our people here and abroad. And I'm proud to have been part of two major organizations, the Palestinian Society of America and the Arab American National Museum and Access. Today, many people in our community and other communities of color live in fear. Fear imposed on us by those who lack the minimum human decency and compassion. People who refuse to acknowledge the extent to which immigrants have enriched every aspect of American life. Today, we live in challenging times when racism, bigotry, Islamophobia, and prejudice are not only tolerated but encouraged. When worshippers in mosques, synagogues, temples, and churches are murdered and their holy places ransacked and burned. But as dark as it might be, in the end we will triumph, because we are resilient, but most importantly, because we are not alone. Thanks to many individuals, organizations, and communities from all different ethnic, racial, and religious backgrounds who support and stand by us. And shame, shame on every one of us if we do not reciprocate. On a more personal note, my life had its own successes, but I had also my share of challenges and failures. However, I'm lucky to have many people who helped me along the way. When I fell, they lifted me. When I was in doubt, they assured me. And when I was discouraged, they inspired me. And when I succeeded, they cheered me. Many of those friends are in this room, and I would love to thank them individually, but there are too many of them here. So, collective thank you. Among those who supported me and influenced me the most is my strong, independent, fearless mother. Allow me to share a personal story about her to reflect her wisdom. This necklace I'm wearing today is a gift from her. I always liked, when I was a teenager, or young woman, I would beg her to give it to me. And she would say, I can't, it's my wedding gift from my mother. So when I got married, I thought she would give it to me, but she did not. Later, when I got my PhD, she gave it to me. And I said, Mother, I thought you would give it to me when I got married. She looked me in the eye and said, Anna, marriage is not an accomplishment, PhD is. About marriage, especially that I have accomplished this not once but twice. But I have to admit that nothing gave me the confidence, the freedom, and security like my education. Finally, I have a word for young people in this room, especially women. Success is not a straight line, nor is it a smooth ride. Once in a while, you will stumble. And you will meet people who will tell you that you are not good enough, who will try to demean you because of your gender or ethnicity or religious background. But please, please don't let them. Remember, you are smart, you are beautiful, and you are competent. And you will accomplish whatever you set your mind to. I love you. You are our future, and you have me, you give me hope and fill my heart with joy and pride. Thank you.
Isn't she an inspiration? Please join me once again in thanking the Access Talented and Impressive Arab American of the Year, our dedicated elected officials, and our scholarship recipients for embodying the timeless principles that we are celebrating here tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the conclusion of tonight's program. On behalf of Access, we want to thank the staff, board members, the committee volunteers, and supporters who give their time and efforts to make this evening a success. Our videos are now live online, so please remember to like us on Facebook at Access Community and share our powerful message. And don't forget to pick up a copy of Dr. Omri's book, Memoirs, The Scent of Jasmine, available for purchase just outside the door next to the registration tables. Thank you all for turning out to support Access's 49th anniversary. We're so excited that next year will be Access's 50th anniversary. So mark your calendars for May 20th.